Hey, what's up, guys? Back with an update. Today we're going to be solving some issues that we have with the Mustang. I'm noticing that these bolts for the seat have backed out completely, so this isn't safe anymore. I'm going to take this seat out entirely, and we're going to update and upgrade. I'm going to go with a Kirkey seat, and while we're in here, I'm going to try and get out all this sound deadener, and we're going to do the Pour 15 kit that I've seen over and over again advertised on Facebook that, you know, restores and puts on a nice black coating on these cars. Because mainly what's going on in the back is we're rusting out in the back. Somehow we're getting water in the back of here. I've opened up these little traps to let some of that water out, but you see it's pooling and collecting over there in the corner. I don't know where this water is coming from. We're going to hopefully figure that out today and hopefully take care of this rust issue. As you can see, we got out the passenger seat and we did some wire loom to cover up some of the loose wire that's laying around in the car. It looks a lot neater and cleaner than what it did before. I had to cut the connections that were here for the seat because I wasn't running the factory seat, so I didn't need the recline and all the other stuff that goes with it. I also had to cut the airbag connection that's over here because my airbag light's been on this car, you know, ever since I put in these aftermarket seats. I really don't care. It's race car. And went over to the other side, did the same thing with that wire loom going down this way, just a little bit neater and cleaner. I don't know what this red wire is. I got to pull up this seat and figure that out, and we'll probably cut that out here too. But yeah, the main reason why we're getting rid of these seats is because they're worn out. They're tired. They used to be nice minty white. They are dirty, absolutely dirty, because I'm a mechanic and I'm dirty when I get in this car. Still got to figure out where this leak is coming from. Disregard the noise, guys, in the background. I usually film these on the weekends, and it is laundry day, so you're hearing my dryer. But this is the replacement seat. It is a Kirkey 55 series. It should be a little bit lighter than what's in the car now. And I got Fat House racing brackets to install it. These should also be a little bit lighter than the brackets that came with that eBay seat. I like it so far sitting in it. This is a 17-inch wide width seat. I fit in it with, you know, I'm not super duper tight in there, but it's a pretty good comfortable fit. I'm currently waiting for the cushion to come in. That should be here around Wednesday, so you'll probably see this again when it's actually in the car with the seat cover on it. This is the Pour 15 I was telling you guys about earlier in the video. We're going to use this to clean up the inside of the Mustang, get all the crud, rust, and crap out of there, and then we're going to paint it a nice black color, and it should be nice and clean in there. And a week and some change later, the seat harness bracket is here from Brom, and unfortunately, this thing did not come with any instructions, so I'm going to be looking through some YouTube videos to see if I can figure this thing out. This doesn't look all too difficult, but I want to know what exactly I'm using that's original hardware or the hardware they're providing. We'll see. But yeah, I'm going to see if I can get my tripod hooked up, and maybe I'll film this whole process of me setting this thing up. So the best available spot I have to film is sitting on top of the armrest, and that doesn't really give you much of a good angle of what I'm doing, but for the sake of filming and having content time, we'll just go ahead and run with this for now. Now I gotta figure out what size sockets I need, because I did this 2 weeks ago, so now I don't remember. At some point, I'll learn how to fast forward, so you guys don't have to watch me fumble around through stuff. Alright, so the front of the seat looks to be 13s. Thinking about doing this Pour 15 thing, one side and then the other side. because this could be a really time-consuming job, and I don't know if I have that kind of time this weekend, unfortunately. Let's see what the backs are. Hopefully they're 13s as well. They're not. They're a different size. I remember that from last week. I was just hoping. Maybe a 15. I might need a deep 15. Nope, 15 sure will do it. There's two. I know you guys can't see what I'm doing back here, but I don't have anywhere else to film it. I could probably hook it up in the back seat, but it'd be a weird angle. It'd be falling all over the place. Voila! Seat is ready to come out. And it's out. And it's out. Alright. We're going to figure out what harnesses and wires we're going to cut down here, because I don't think we're using any more of this stuff. This is for probably some aftermarket heated seat type hookup. I don't know. Power wires for reclining stuff. Airbag light's already on. It's been on, so we might as well just cut this harness. Next up, we're going to start taking off some of this factory hardware for these seat belts. Looks to be maybe a 15. $14. Yep, 14. I know this bearing thing in here, I keep seeing on different instructions say that you're going to need this. And all that. So, we will not get rid of that at this moment. We'll do the other side now. And down here you have what looks to be a Torx. And it is a T50. So remove that next on both sides. Okay, an update so far on where we're at with this. We have the harness bar in. It says to use the original equipment for the mounting points, which I've done on both sides over there. I'm confused on whether or not this is original. This guy right here. Because look how far that sticks out compared to that one. That one's almost flush. I'm not going to wrap my head too far around on that one. I don't know if someone's done work to this before on the seatbelt on this side and replace it with a different bolt. It's holding, so I'm not going to mess with it. I'll keep you guys updated on the rest of the project. Bars are in. These are adjustable, so if you're finding that they seem to be too short to meet up with the holes, just turn them. And you can lock them down. This is the finished product. Getting the harness in was actually more difficult than I thought it would be. Getting this hooked up and trying to get the shoulders and everything correct wasn't a problem. It's more or less trying to figure out where everything's going to connect into the body of the car. I was able to hook this one down here. I'm not using these hooks. I just don't see anywhere I can really use them. And I have this one bolted in here. This is not a permanent solution. I don't really like how that's sitting in there. It's in there, but you know, I'd like something more professional. It makes it really tight to get in and out of this thing. So yeah, this is where we're sitting at with the project so far. The next phase of this is getting rid of this sound deadening material, this matting that's in here that's glued in from the factory. So what I did was I bought this heat gun from Ace Hardware. It has 2 settings on it. It has 750 degrees and 1,000 degree heat. This was about $75, and we're going to see if this will actually pick up some of this material or at least break down some of that glue. So far we've had a little bit of progress. It's taken a while, but it's working. You see that little corner right there starting to peel back when I use a scraper on it. I can't obviously do that now because I don't have 2 free hands. But you can see it now bubbling and flexing around. This is about ready to start coming up. This is about 20 minutes of going at it. Got a good portion cut out of this little sector here. You can tell this is one of those jobs that can take hours. If you're not one of those people who is, patient, has to see results immediately, this is probably not going to be something you're going to have fun with. This is something I don't mind doing. So after about an hour, we got out this whole panel right here. All in all, it didn't take too long to do. We're probably going to have to vacuum this out and take a look again to see how much glue is left in here. We still got this panel to do, a little bit going up into the passenger side floor panel. Obviously, we still have to do the driver's side and take care of that mess that's going on back there. But hopefully we'll get this done tomorrow. But we have a full garbage bag of sound deadening material that I want to weigh to see how much that weighs. So follow me inside, we're going to figure that out. See if there's any weight savings involved to removing this stuff. I'm thinking 5 pounds. 5 pounds is my bet. Okay, so me getting on the scale without it. A 98.8. Let's see me on it. With it. 201.7. So about 3 pounds of sound deadening material in that one section. So it may be worth it to get rid of it to some people, but I don't know, that's small gains. I'll take it. And we're back. This time trying to get off this upper panel, and then hopefully we'll go out and go get a shop vac today and start vacuuming out all this dirt and trash, and maybe we can start some of this Port 15 stuff. I'm not sure about this stuff on the sidewalls up here. Let's see if I can get that stuff down too and get that glue off of there as well. And about half an hour gone by, this is this section. I had my wife help me by holding the gun in certain locations. That definitely helps out a lot to have another person actually be able to aim the gun and you be able to scrape. Obviously, it gets hot, so make sure that the gun isn't going to be directly over your hand. But yeah, here's all the crap and trash we pulled up just from that section alone. I don't know what I'm going to do about this section right down here. I don't know if I'm just going to pour and, do the paint around that. I got to hang this stuff up a little bit better too. The little panel that sits here is usually what holds that up or hides that. So when I put that back in, that won't be so ugly. But yeah, I'm thinking maybe I'll come back to this maybe next weekend with a whiz wheel and just clean up whatever extra poop is sitting in here. I think this is just straight up tar. I don't think this is a glue or any type of bonded substance besides just flat out tar that they pour in like an even square. This sucked.